Well, hi everyone. Here we are for the final morning panel dedicated to human rights. We'll now meet a Nobel Peace Prize nominated Mrs. Rosa Maria de la Garza and Maria Bravo, founder of the Gift Foundation and CEO of MOPI Worldwide. These two strong women are here today in Planetiers World to inspire us all. Rosi is an activist dedicated to the promotion of the human rights and the fight against human traffic, to reintegrate victims of sexual exploitation, labor, and forced marriages in society, having opened the first shelter of this kind for girls in Mexico City and a helpline. And Maria Bravo, actress, businesswoman, and Spanish philanthropist, created a positive impact of the lives of children, women, and families in situations of risk and social exclusion, as well as empowering women in precarious situations and suffering from inequality through the Global Gift Foundation, which she herself created. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the president of United vs. Trafficking, also known as Rosi Orozco, and Maria Bravo, the awarded and recognized international actress for her humanitarian work. Good morning, Rosi. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning.
Hey. I'm dazzled to be here speaking with you both right now. Rosi, we'll start with you. Thank you for being here today in World Planetiers Gathering. Rosi, you were a congresswoman representing the federal district and had served on several committees, including the chair of the Special Commission to Combat Human Traffic. And you have been a key player in passing laws to punish human trafficking crimes, protect victims, and push for more effective legislation. In only 7 years, you managed to achieve a great shield and protection for these people. How was it? And how did you did it?
Well, it was not easy and it has been a fight, but I think that every victim deserves dignity, every person in the world deserves freedom, and of course, we have been, not by ourselves, we have been a team, a big team of people. Now, 7 former victims, 6 girls and 1 boy, 1 man now are working with us. So, human trafficking, it's one of the contemporary forms of slavery, and it's a serious violation of human rights, and it's an attempt to any human dignity.
Rosi, I believe you have a presentation you want to share with us?
Yes, of course. Yes, I think you have it.
Yeah? Can we share it on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. We must not forget that human trafficking is a scourge that affects all society. It has been growing exponentially through world tolerance. The first time I was with a human trafficking victim and I went to the police here in Mexico, a captain told me, "Woman, stop that crying," because I was crying. "Stop being dramatic.
Wow.
These girls like it." And that's the feeling sometimes in so many people. And civil society must have an active role and a compromise to fight against, to prevent this crime, and also to strengthen all the laws and to prosecute the crime. Here in Mexico, a big challenge is the protection of all the victims, because from 32 states, only 8 has a shelter, and that's a crime. That's really so bad, because a girl that could have the possibility to escape from that hell it's only 2% that survives. And then if you don't have a shelter, that's really so bad, because they will be exposed again to that organized crime that hold her for sometimes for a long time. And we have to have this protection also to support the victim during this process, that is to reintegrate them. I believe that we have to reintegrate them successfully to the society. I'm trying to change with the clicker. It's so modern. Yes. It's so modern what you have here for the clicker. Thank you. This is what I call the tree that shows how the human trafficking works, because it has roots. It has roots that has to do with the vulnerability of the victims. The disintegration of the families sometimes puts a girl or boy in a situation of vulnerability, violence, poverty, corruption, addictions, people that do not have a job, the lack of education, or the migrant situation. As you can see, Spain or Germany or sometimes other countries, most of the girls that are in situation of prostitution are migrants. They are not from the country. So what Fondation sells, that is an NGO from France, says after a research in 62 countries, is that 90% of what it seems prostitution, it is human trafficking. That's why we can see in this tree that prostitution, it is a fruit of human trafficking, because most of the people that you think they are prostitutes, they are victims of human trafficking, 90%. That's why most of them are migrants. They have been, a slave, and then sometimes they end with the pimp, but they think in their mind they cannot do anything more but have this situation of prostitution. And something that you can see in the fruit is when you have people that are Black, like you have a place where a lot of authorities are invited. In Mexico, for example, these brothels will have connection with politicians, and they will bring even the police. And when you have a little girl in your lap and you get a picture from the organized crime having sex with minors or with other women that is not your wife, then you will be blackmailed in Mexico, and people will take pictures or videos. And then you don't have any more police, because the police is already compromised with the organized crime, with the people that has these horrible places. And relate to the fight against human trafficking and human slavery, Mexico has gained important achievement. In the legal aspect, our country has been able to accomplish all international standards. We have made a research of, since we passed the law, 2012, up to now, we have more than 1,000 sentences, we have more than 1,000 convictions, and I don't finish my work when I help the victims. What I call a blank page. My new book is called Blank Page, because we give them a blank page for them to write a new story. But it doesn't end there. We need to have the people in jail and then to visit the people. I have visited 17 pimps, traffickers, and 4 of them already has a blank page too. Already has written a new story, and are working with us as activists after they came out from jail. We have 4 of them that are now helping everybody here in Mexico to understand how does the crime acts, how does this happens. And we have the approval of laws that force every government level to coordinate and make effective actions to prevent, prosecute, and punish the crime. International treaties relate to human trafficking, set various standards related to victims' attention and support. We want the victims to have, we call it a virtuous circle, that not only they survive, they go beyond that. They will have a university or their own business, or some of them already has a master's degree. In my book, in Spanish, it's called Hoja blanco, in English, blank page. You can see also the lives of 10 of them that are successful, that inspire our life. And in the book, you have a QR code where you can link to the video that some of the international, like CNN or BBC, or they have bring the documental life, and it's a successful life. And the Palermo Protocol requires the possibility of applying measures to provide the full recovery of victims in cooperation with NGOs and other entities with organized civil society. Let me tell you that in our organization, we haven't depended at all from governmental funds. I think this is a task that we, the NGOs and the private sector, we should help. Having a safety place is a priority. Once the victims are set free from the exploiters, they have been sometimes in a very often in a situation of high insecurity and vulnerability. Many of them are physically wounded or psychologically shocked and traumatized. For example, the life of Sundari. That Sundari became very famous because she was literally slave with chains inside a laundry here in Mexico. She had more than 600 bruises, and she was in a state of devastation. She was really so bad psychologically that I couldn't even send her to a shelter because the authorities were shocked about how she was with wounds all over. We took her to hospitals. We, of course, psychologically, but she lived even with me because it was so traumatized to be 5.5 years locked that she didn't want to go to a shelter. Not even she was not sexually assaulted. She was like Cinderella, but really like working even up to 20 hours, ironing and cleaning the clothes. Only 1% of the human trafficking victims are rescued. And this is a horrible situation because, and only 1% escapes. So 1 are rescued, 1 escapes. And this is a horrible situation for our countries. Just to think that 98% will not survive. 98% of the victims will not survive. And many of them will die in a horrible way. Just to know that 40%, not victim of true human trafficking, but girls in situation of prostitution, 40% will die in a violent death. So it's really traumatic, and I think we have so much to do. This is what I call the virtue circle. So it's not only to give them a shelter, not only to be a survivor, not only to repair the damage and give them education and give them the freedom to express whatever they want to express, but also they have to become part of our fight, the ones that want to do something. Many of them find their purpose in life by helping others. Not all of them, but many of them. To achieve a successful reintegration, it is necessary. All actions we need to focus on the victim as the main line. Many people fight against trafficking and has never spoke to a victim. So we have to understand that victims are at the center. The assistance can never be conditioned to the cooperation with the authorities. 3, support to victim must be comprehensive, not superficial. It is necessary to make a multidisciplinary job. And 5th, in Mexico, shelter has been proved efficiently on victims. We have, as I was telling you, 98% of the traffickers with a condemnatory sentence. And then we go to jails and look for them. And to finish this presentation, I would like to reflect on a word that I love. I love the word tzedek. When a Jewish gives to help others, the word that the rabbi used is, give me your tzedakah. And that call is not the call to be good in the world. It's not, oh, you be generous. It's the call to think, if you have had more than enough, if you have had, like I had, wonderful parents, a loving husband, 37 years of marriage, and so many opportunities in life. I studied in France, I studied in the United States, and in London, and I had so many opportunities in life. I had a wonderful, wonderful family. So I received so much love. Then it's an act of justice to give my hand to another. It's not that I am good because I don't deserve what I had. I had more than enough without deserving it. But also Sundari, the one who was in slavery, in chains, she didn't deserve that kind of life. She was not meant to be a slave. So all of us who has had more than enough, to give people back those good life that was taken away from them, to help is not a matter of goodness, but a matter of justice. We must realize that we have had plenty of opportunities that others do not have. And indebted, with those, we must indeed give something to them. I really believe that in the world, if we think like that, we will help at least one person to return what they deserve: dignity, freedom. Thank you so much. I really believe that together we can make the difference. And I honor today Planetiers and all of you that has become world changers. God bless you.
You're completely right, Rosi. Those are, in fact, horrible numbers. Thank you so much. And now another great, amazing story, Maria Bravo. With a career in acting, Maria Bravo is now known international for her philanthropic work and her connections around the world with the most distinguished members of society. But Maria's driven and selfless passion are helping the less fortunate and making a positive impact on the world. She's the creator, founder, and president of the Global Gift Foundation, an outstanding foundation that provides shelter, food, clothing, education, medical care to people in need, especially women and children. Hi, Maria. I'm so pleased to meet you. Thank you so much for attending Planetiers World Gathering today with your story.
Thank you.
What and when did this overwhelming passion for helping others come to be your main goal in life? Would you share it with us?
Well, it started with my mom. I come from a very humble background. My mom was somebody who always had food for the community. Our home was open to everybody. And my mother used to say, where 5 people that we were in our family eat, can eat 10. So she would put some water in the lentejas and our neighbors would come to eat. And it came from my mother, that compassion, that we all together can make a better life and we all together can change our own lives and our community, our country, and the world in the end.
Always the mom.
You
have
the mom.
Always the mom. You do have a presentation you'd like to share it with us?
Yeah, I wanted to say the Global Gift Foundation is an international foundation. This is something they started with 3 women, Eva Longoria, Lina Peralta, and myself. We wanted to embrace women. We wanted to empower each other. And by empower each other, we create this amazing platform that after 12 years, now it's been 12, almost 13 years, we are in 9 countries all around the world, and we help thousands and thousands of women and children. And I wanted to show you a video of the work that we do worldwide. If you don't mind to put the video.
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Technically.
We live in a historical moment that is rapidly changing. Are Western societies in decline? Are we replacing
There's another
the human...
video. Thank you. I can imagine how many videos and how much content you guys have there. It's one that says Global Gift.
We'll see if we find it. Global Gift.
No problem.
Human
There
rights.
you go. So we are for human rights. And one of the projects in India, in Delhi, is Harmony House. The key objective here is to provide a safe place and educate and loving environment for these children. That we go to the slum of Delhi and we take them away from their harsh surrounding, minimizing the risk of slavery and sex trafficking. And we give them the voice through, you see there, Eva Longoria, through them, we give them the voice that they don't have. This is an orphanage. Quang Chum Foundation is a nonprofit orphanage in Vietnam. We started with 1 child, was left in the house of a Buddhism nun named Dinh Nung Chim, and she wanted to create a safe house for these children. And we started with 1 child, now we have 100 children there. You see them, how beautiful they are. And Mothers to Mother is in Kenya. This is an African nonprofit foundation. They're changing the life of healthcare in this continent. We employ and train women that are living with HIV as the community health workers, the mentoring women they're already living with HIV, and we empower them by giving them the tools, the healthcare services, the advice, the support that they need to do better. Health refugee, this we started in 2015. This is aimed to provide support to refugees in Europe and in the Middle East. And our core value is dignity, hope, respect, and humanity for these people. They are right now laws in the world. The Ricky Martin Foundation started in 2002 when Ricky witnessed the horror of human trafficking as he was rescuing 3 girls from the poverty streets of India and preventing them from being in the crime of sex trafficking. And now all these years later, he has created an amazing network of people rescuing children from this injustice and horrible human trafficking and sex trafficking. The Anna Award is in UK, and this is the first and only foundation charity that was named in the memory of Diana, Prince of Wales. And she believed the young people has the power to change the world if you give them the tools. So what we do here, we have a program, it's called an anti-bullying program. What we do with these children is we encourage them to support other children in this same situation. And Great Ormond Street is a hospital in the UK, and every day they come 619 children, and these children has life-threatening illnesses. And these doctors are not only doctors, but they are miracle workers, because some of these diseases are rare diseases, and they find ways to give them a better life and more sustainable projects for their family to know how to interact with this new disease. It really goes to my heart. These doctors are, yes, incredible. Variety is the children's charity. And in the UK, there is 1.3 million children disabled. And 4 million of these people are living, of these children are living in poverty. In Variety, the children's charity, what we do there is we improve the life of these children. We provide practical and tangible help that make the difference in the everyday life, with wheelchairs, with different programs, with medical care, and also with parents to support them. And in Casa Global Gift, this is in my hometown of Marbella, we create this house for special needs children and for rare diseases children. There are 300 million people living with rare diseases. We don't know this, but there are 6,000 different diseases, and 70% of them started when they are in their childhood. So what we do in Casa Global Gift, we support this therapy. We do workshop for these children with rare and special needs, and we educate the local doctors with the new therapies that we find in the United States, in Belgium, in different countries. And we bring them all here to teach the doctors these new therapies. All of this is, yes, to say that you don't have to be a celebrity, you don't have to be a billionaire to help human rights, to help people. You just have to have the good intention to really do good for others. And human rights start with oneself by learning which are they and where are my rights and where are my rights of my family and my community and my country. And like that, little by little, we can make a change.
Thank you so much, Maria. Ladies, we're short on time. Oh, do we still have Rosie? Or not? You still have Rosie online? Not anymore? Okay, so Goodbye, Maria. Ladies, wish you all the best for your journeys. The world needs a few more human warriors that make it happen. And we are a lot so fortunate when we have a chance to meet a few. We're now finishing this session.
There she is.
Ah, here we are.
Qué honor estar con usted, Rosi. Qué honor más.
Igualmente.
Admiro.
No, para
admire you so much, my dear.
I wouldn't put a question.
Igualmente.
That was exactly what I had in mind. You two speak with one another.
Conocernos en persona.
Wow, from Spanish to Mexico, and Mexico to Spanish.
Debemos invitar a
Su placer. Nos tenemos que conectar.
Sí, tenemos que invitar a Planetiers a hacer un evento en México.
Wow, why not? So, do you have to put a question, one last question, one to another?
No escucho yo a ella. ¿Tú la escuchas?
I can't hear her.
Oh, okay. So, ladies.
No, I can't hear her either.
You can hear me? No.
Yo, a ti sí, María. No te escucho a ti,
But
pero no la
I
escucho.
admire you so much. Please, Isabel.
I admire you.
She's my hero.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Wish you both all the success in the world. Keep up the good job, because horrible numbers you just shared and very worrying for all of us. Well, we're finishing the panel. The world needs a few more warriors like Rosa and Maria that make it happen. And we are also fortunate when we have a chance to meet this kind of persons. We're now finishing this session with a global human call. We can do anything. Together we can do more. Thank you, Sergio and Planetiers, for the invitation. I've heard a call. Goodbye, everyone.